How's it going, everyone? My name is Alexis.
My name is Juan.
We are the Villegas brothers from Los Angeles, California.
And in this video, we're going to show you what you need to do in your business to become a millionaire.
Now, definitely the first thing that we did is we had to get knowledgeable in the industry we're in. We're in the automotive industry, and just to be more exact, we're in the automotive film industry. So definitely knowing what type of films there are out there. We do paint protection film. We also do nano ceramic window tint. So definitely just get familiar with your industry and then go from there. One of the biggest learning curves is just understanding what type of products there is for my type of industry. I had to get knowledgeable in window tints. So within window tints, there's different categories. There's an example, dyed, there's carbon, and then there's ceramic. So just learning what each film does, the price range, how much I could get it for, and how much I could sell it for.
How did you know what tint worked for you and was good quality?
So for me, I drive an electric vehicle, and one of the things that I did find out is that it does get extremely hot. Even if it's cold, as long as the sun is outside, it's gonna get hot. And so dyed was not gonna work. And so when I tried ceramic for the first time, you could feel a huge difference in it, and I didn't have to have the ACS high. So definitely research and seeing what the best quality was, and then going from there.
Did you lose money when you were testing out what tint worked for you?
We tested them out. It was probably roughly around, like, if you had everything in total, probably like around 1,000 in sampling that we spent on.
And when did you decide what vinyl or what material to go with?
Once we saw that it was it did its purpose, and it was good quality, and it was long lasting. Once we saw those features in the film, we were like, okay, this is good enough. Let's go ahead and go for it.
So one thing that helped us become a $1 million company is consistency and discipline. I'll give you an example. Growing up, I used to play a lot of sports. I used to play soccer. I used to go to the gym. And definitely when you start off in a sport, speaking for myself, you kind of like tend to not be as good as the other people playing. But you know, you're consistent. As you progress, you get a little bit better. So definitely you're not gonna see the progress towards the beginning. You're gonna see it like looking back 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And the same thing with the business. It's just being consistent. Once you find something that's working for you, just continue at it and you'll see the results.
Now, when you say discipline,
yes,
what do you mean? Work 7 days a week, 14-hour days, or what did you do to keep discipline?
Starting off, it was just the very simplest thing. It's working whenever I needed to work, which was Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So definitely just keeping that routine of working Monday through Friday. But as time progressed, I had different skills to learn. It was being disciplined in other areas.
You say you're staying disciplined.
Yes.
And then you're learning new things constantly.
Yes.
But what if you're not feeling it, bro? Like, for example, right now you're learning Google Ads, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
You're taking a course?
Yeah.
How's that going? Is it hard to stick to it, or do you have a method that works for you?
So with Google Ads, I know I'm learning the process of exactly how it works in and out. I know it works for a lot of people, so I see other people's results. So I know it works because it works for a lot of people. So it's just sticking through with it, learning the basics, and then from there it's just testing. It's gonna be a lot of testing with the creative and the content. So it's just, I know it works. It's just being consistent in creating the content, creating the campaigns, and creating the ads.
And also one of the things that we did is we definitely stayed focused in the business that we did. So we didn't have any other channels of, like, you could say, revenue. We just, okay, this works. We're good at it. Let's continue doing it because it's working. So just focus is super important.
When you first started,
yeah,
was there any other side hustle you guys were thinking about?
So when we first started, we both had day jobs.
Yes.
Aside from that, we also had the business. Pretty much those two were our only sources of income. Other than that, we didn't have any other side income or side hustles. We had our jobs and the business. Once the business was able to support us, we just focused solely on that.
Did that come with experience? Were you guys always focused, or did you have to learn that the hard way?
No, that's something definitely that we had to learn. And firstly, understand. We had to understand that focus is super important, because without focus, we can't make whatever we're doing as good or as big as we wanted to. So definitely focus is something that we had to learn through time, and understand that that's what you need in order to take whatever you have to a bigger stage.
And the last thing that we focused on was risk. Now it's gonna depend from person to person. Starting off, I was 17, my brother was 19. We didn't really have a lot of responsibilities. It was just me and him and then my parents. But my parents, they had their own income. So technically it was just me and Juan. If we decided to take a big risk and it didn't work, we could always just, I don't know, sleep on our car, eat the bare minimum frijoles and arroz. So that's, we didn't have to we had the tolerance if we tried something, we risked it and we lost it all, then we could just fall back and we could just start from scratch.
Did that ever happen when you guys risked it on a business and lost everything?
Yes, that definitely did happen with the clothing business. We pretty much put everything that we had into it. It didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Pretty much, we didn't lose the warehouse, but we lost the warehouse, let's say. We lost pretty much everything, and in fact, we didn't come out at zero. We came out in the negatives because we owed money from that business. And so definitely, good thing it was just me and him. We didn't have any responsibility, so that time we definitely came out in the negatives rather than even at zero.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, it just depends on your risk tolerance. As we got older, we got more responsibilities. Our risk tolerance got a little bit less. So definitely we're just being a little bit more careful. And I think as you get older, you have more responsibility. So talking from myself or from my experience, I would just be a little less riskful and just be a little bit more strategic in whatever I do.
All right, guys, and that's what we did in order to build $1 million company.
And if you guys need any help or advice, make sure to send us a message via Instagram at Villegas Brothers. And once again, I'm Alexis.
I'm Juan.
With the Villegas Brothers, and we'll see you on the next video.